So these are the filters that really assist and help this machine be successful for spraying. So we have a primary filter. If you look at the filter size of this, it's pretty large, right? So this is just trying to keep the larger chunks out of the pump. So that goes in this cavity here. And that seats in, should be flush with the end. Then we put the end cap on, and we'll go through that process in a minute because I want you to understand it, because it can be very frustrating if you don't do it the right way, okay? Now, the spray bar filter, and these look a little corroded just because they've had water in it. The very first time they're used, they'll be nicely sealed with asphalt. But you see the orifice size of this is pretty small. This is smaller than an 80-70 spray tip. So any particle that gets through here, there's nothing mechanically that's going to stop that from going through our 80-70 spray tip. We want to be able to keep that material flowing. That's what allows us to get the high production speeds. Now, with the size of this filter, these two go together. They go end to end, and they filter from the inside out. So this is the filter for the other side. The material flows in through here, into the filter. So any particulate that would cause our tips to clog is going to be contained inside the filter. Okay, so once the material passes through here, there's really nothing going to stop it from going out of our spray tips. So this one, because it has to be timed with the inlet port, I've got a vent section open to my pressure sensor, and that's way when the pressure sensor on the top can see full pressure. I have a keyway. So I have a marked key that matches to the key in the housing, and that key is going to make sure that I've got it lined correctly. So when I put it back in the housing, I have a key, I have a corresponding key on the housing. I'm going to line this mark up right there. So when I put my end cap on, that inlet port is now going to be lined up directly with the inlet port for my hose coming in from the pump. And it's going to be filtering and controlling that material. I put this one on, it's going to go right in and meet up to the other side. And we'll get our alignment. Okay, these pressure caps are heavy duty because we've got 8 inches of diameter, right? That's a lot of surface area for that pressure to be pushing up against. This pump can see upwards to 160 PSI. We never want to operate there, but it can. So these caps are designed to be able to handle that type of pressure. So you see the groove in the end cap here? Okay. That groove is what's going to hold this clamp in place. And there's 3 parts. I have the clamp, I have the pressure plate, and I have the gasket. These pressure plates are specifically made for this application. Originally, they were just flat plates, and they're heavy and hard to put in place. They have a pilot that lines up with the pilot inside there, and I've got a little lip here to hold on to, and you can see it stays there. A lot of times I want to keep a little bit of pressure on it. So then I'm going to put my gasket on. My gasket's going to go around it, and it goes halfway between the cap and there. Now this, I still have some grease on it. If I didn't, I would absolutely want to grease this. You never want to put this together dry. First of all, it's going to be very hard to do because it's going to try to grab into the clamp and bind, but it's also going to cause the gasket to pull up and pinch, and that's going to cause the gasket to fail, cost you more money. So now we've got that in place, we've got our clamp. Our clamp just goes around it. Pretty simple. We got to get it around here. And you can see where this is trying to bunch up a little bit on me. I might have to put a little bit of grease on there, a little bit more grease. You can see how the gasket's trying to bind up on me? Yeah, see how it's pinching? So I don't want to continue with this. I want to put a little bit more grease on there so that I'm not fighting it. The other thing, when this goes on, I want to make sure that this is out of the way. When I go to put my extension on there, it's not going to interfere with the extension. So let's grab a little bit of, I use red grease most of the time. It's common, we can find it anywhere, and it's pretty inexpensive. So here we have white lithium grease, that's fine. We're just trying to create a good lubricant in here so the thing slides well. And you just can't really have too much in there. You want it to be able to slide so that gasket doesn't bind. See, that just slides nice together. I don't want to go too fast because I want it to make sure it slides all the way around. I've seen people fight for 45 minutes trying to get one clamp on, and it's because of that. So that grease makes a huge difference. So we're going to do that to each one of these. There we go. I'm going to turn this a little bit more because I know I'm going to make it easier for myself next time. There we go. Now it's slippery because I've got grease on my hands, so I'm going to just use a rag just so it doesn't slip out and smash my fingers. There you go. So just make sure the gasket is nice and centered on there. It's going to save you a lot of grief. Go back together with it. A little liberal application of our white lithium in this case. Nice slow squeeze on it. She's coming down. There we go. Caps are on, clamps are on, that's good. So normally at the end of the day, when we get done draining our material out, we'll drain the material as best we can, and then we'll take our caps off, we'll pull those off, we'll rinse those filters out. Any extra effort you spend cleaning this machine, the greater your success is going to be in the field. If you let it sit dirty, have material in it, that material inside the bar can flake off, can cause buildup, tips clogging. Very frustrating operation when that happens. This maintenance is very important to do. Pull the filters, clean them, take your tips off, rinse out in here. So after I've emptied the bar, cleaned it all out, I've got these open. I'll flush water through there so I can get clear water through all my tips. Little extra effort makes a big difference between success and struggle.